So there I was on a Friday night at around 12 a.m. just about to sign off for the day. As I'm doing so, I've got my laptop on me and I'm scrolling through YouTube and my algorithm is completely messed up. I come across this one kid though that caught my attention with a thumbnail like this guy right here. It's him sat in his bedroom with his shirt off doing cold calls to try and scale his own marketing agency. And I click on the video and I say to myself, this is absolutely genius. Let me explain why this is absolutely genius and one of the most genius moves you can ever make as a 15/16-year-old kid. And by the way, I am not involved with this kid. I have never spoke to this kid in my entire life. I don't even know this kid. This is the first time I've ever saw this kid on YouTube. And I believe if this kid continues to do what he's doing, he's gonna go on to make way more than a neurosurgeon will make every single year. In fact, I'll take that one step further. If he continues down the path that he's going on, I genuinely think that this guy will make more than what a neurosurgeon makes a year in a friggin' month if he continues doing the things that he's doing. Now let me explain how genius this is, right? A lot of kids are tuned into people like Iman Gaji and all these other big gurus and whatnot. To say that Iman Gaji is a guru, you guys can call him whatever you want to call him, right? However, a lot of them are inundated with these flashy animations and they're stuck doing what I like to call mental masturbation, where it's like they'll watch an Iman Gaji video after another Iman Gaji video and they'll watch this guy for ages and not take action. So you've got those types of people that can't even sit through a video without them having an animation flashed in their face for like 5 seconds. Then you've got kids like this dude here, and I believe his name is Geronimo, right? And I believe I'm pronouncing that right. What this guy has decided to do is not only take action, but document himself taking action. So in my last video, I talked about why having skills but not documenting those skills is the same as not having skills at all. So let me explain the genius behind this real quick. Think about what's actually happening. And I want you to understand this if you're an agency owner trying to scale an agency, or if you're trying to scale any business. Just think about how genius this is. And think about how realistically cold calling sucks. Let me explain. Not to put Geronimo down, continue to do what you're doing if you're watching this video, by the way. Continue with the cold calls, continue documenting yourself with cold calls, because you will actually go on to make more money talking about doing cold calls than cold calls itself. And that's not because you're a quote unquote scammer or anything like that. It's simply due to the amount of reach you're getting. Let me explain. You've just sat down in your bedroom with an iPhone, right? You're recording yourself with your shirt off and you're doing cold calls. First of all, I want to give you a huge round of applause for growing the balls. This guy literally has massive cojones, right? To sit down and actually do cold calls at the age of 15, 16 years old. That is an absolutely outstanding feat, and I wish I was doing the same thing at the age of 15, 16. Absolutely amazing feat. However, let me actually give you in and clue you in on what's gonna happen with your brand, right? Just real quick. Because this guy has decided to do a cold call, right? Let's think about what's going on. Cold calling is a form of one-to-one marketing. Meaning in this, I think the video is maybe 3-4 minutes long. In this 3 to 4 minute long video, right? He cold calls a business, and I haven't watched the full business. I'm not too sure if he lands the meeting or not. He could have landed the client for all I care. He will still probably make more money from this one video than he will from actually cold calling in his entire journey of cold calling. Let me explain how. This guy makes a video of him cold calling one business. So think about the input to output level there. He's picked up the phone and he's cold calling businesses, and he's maybe landed a meeting from a very strong, overcoming an objection, and he's recorded that. The genius play behind this is the recording of the actual cold call, not the cold call itself. Let me explain further. This guy cold calls a business, which is just one business. So the input there is one call connects with one business and sets one meeting. That's cool. Again, very impressive. I'm not trying to take that away from him. So don't be in the comment section saying don't take it away from him. I'm not. I'm actually applauding this guy. If he's watching this, in fact, drop me a DM. I would love to connect with you. I think you're doing amazing stuff. Continue to do what you're doing, please. That's coming from me. So hopefully this is some encouragement. Make sure you continue recording what you're doing as well and documenting. You already know that, which is why you're a genius. Unlike the majority of people that refuse to still pick up a camera even after watching this. Now, anywho, that one video has gone on to generate 68,000 views in a single month. Let me explain my first point of why I believe cold calling actually sucks, or any form of one-to-one marketing sucks. And again, I'm not saying that this guy sucks at cold calling. I'm not saying that he's bad at cold calling. I'm not trying to take anything away from him. I'm just gonna show you just the simple mathematics behind this. This guy cold calls a business, connects with one business and lands one meeting, which is cool. He records that and he uploads it to YouTube, and guess what? It gets 68,000 views. How are you supposed to compete against one cold call that lands one meeting versus 68,000 views? And I bet you any money, if you look at the link in his description, there's probably some sort of link to go to maybe a free community or free group or free this thing or free that thing. So basically he's done one cold call and landed one meeting. But as a byproduct of that, he's recorded the video, and as a byproduct of recording the video, he's generated 68,000 views. Just to break down in mathematics, right, for you real quick, in order to compete, in fact, in order for this guy that actually created the video to compete with himself, he would literally need to do around 2,266 cold calls to compete with that per day. Think about what I'm saying. This guy records a video, lands one meeting, which is cool, extremely impressive. Not trying to take that away from him. Again, round of applause. Absolutely genius stuff that you're doing right here, honestly. The more genius play though is that he decided to document it. Now he's got 68,000 views on one YouTube video. So a lot of people, right, are trying to go out there and scale their businesses using a form of one-to-one marketing, but they're not realizing that scales terribly. So that's the first point. This guy does one input to grow his business, but then documents it, and that just immediately shoots him up his personal brand. You see the difference? 68,000 people reached, 68,000 views. So let's say out of the 68,000 views, right, that he gets, just 1% of them decide to join some sort of free group. Maybe it's a free WhatsApp group, maybe it's a free Discord group, maybe it's a free group on Facebook. And it's all about cold calling and staying accountable, right? Well, what he would have done is, if it's just 1% of people, he would have literally generated over 680 leads or members in his program. Even if 680 leads or new members for his group is way too high for you to imagine, just literally chop that number in like 4. That's still 170 something leads, I believe, going into a free group that he now can market to. You see the difference? He did one input to land one meeting. Not scalable. However, he took that same recording of him setting that one meeting, put it onto YouTube, and now has generated 68,000 views. And out of those 68,000 views, he's probably landed 170 people in his group. I could probably bet you any money he's landed a lot more if he's got a free group, that is, which I'm guessing he has. Let's actually go check. Okay, so I just double checked, and he actually does have a free Discord group, which is absolutely insane. This guy has probably built his business way more just by creating this one video of him doing one cold call than all the cold calls he will ever do in his entire career. Again, just to compete with this one video that he's got, there's 68,000 views on that. That means he's reached 68,000 people with his message and the skill that he has. So he's got a skill, which is cold calling and setting meetings. He's learned that skill, gone out there, done the legwork, done the actual cold calls themselves, figured out the script, optimized his script, iterated his script, and he's gone out there and made a video of him demonstrating that that skill works. This is what I'm trying to get at in my videos. You need skills, yes, but having skills alone is not good enough in 2024. You need to have skills and you need to display those skills, because having skills and not displaying those skills is the same as having no skills at all. So here's my second point. This guy right here will go on to make more money talking about cold calling and teaching cold calling to other people than he actually will by cold calling itself. And again, I'm not saying that he's doing this already, or he's got a course on cold calling, or that he should sell a course on cold calling. I'm simply saying that due to him growing a channel and putting a displayed skill out there, and he's showing that he's competent in that skill, will generate him more leads, more opportunities, and more money than cold calling ever will. If you don't believe me, go and join his group and see how many people are actually in his Discord group. Those are all potential leads that probably want help with cold calling. What this guy could probably do is put together maybe a low ticket digital product on all of his best scripts, how to overcome objections when it comes to cold calling. He could talk about overcoming the fear of cold calling and put all that information into an online program, a digital product, and sell that at like $297, $397. And again, he will make more money selling that than actually building his agency, not because he's a scam. In fact, he actually deserves to make more money, and he deserves the money he will make. Let me explain why. Because unlike most people watching this video, he's actually got up off of his ass, stopped and turned off the Imangaji videos that flash animations in your face every 2 seconds. And what he's decided to do is go and learn a skill and then document himself being adequate at that skill. He's done the legwork. He deserves this. He's figured out a skill, he's learned the skill, he's iterated the skill, he's documented himself, and he's got over that fear barrier of first cold calling in the first place, because that's a skill that you know, a lot of people will fear. And he's picked up a camera and put himself on YouTube shirtless, which is crazy. So shout out to this guy, honestly. And I know there's gonna be one dude in the comment section saying, oh no, he's just gonna sell courses on cold calling. Why shouldn't he be able to do that? That's almost like saying, if I was good at piano and playing the piano, and I displayed that I could play the piano by growing my audience and showing people, you know, me actually playing the piano, and people then DM'd me asking for help playing the piano, I shouldn't help them. Are you stupid? Are you literally that stupid? Business works like that. People have problems, AKA in this particular case, there will be other people that want help with cold calling specifically. They're running some sort of business, they've seen this 15-year-old kid, 16-year-old kid cold call, and they say, hey, I want help from this 15-year-old kid, I can't believe he's doing it at such a young age. I'm gonna DM him, or I'm gonna join his free Discord group, and I'm gonna message him and I want help. It's completely fine. This guy's displayed the skill, he's competent at the skill works, he knows what he's talking about. Doesn't mean he's a world expert in this. He's 15, 16 years old. There are people that are literally double or even triple the guy's age still doing cold calls that would obviously, and they've been doing that for literally double his age. So I wouldn't say he's the world expert in this, but what he is doing, which you guys are not doing, which I'm trying to get you to do with this video here, this is the message of the video, is learn a skill and document yourself producing results with that skill. If you can do that, you will get an endless amount of clients. And this is how it works, guys. You've got no excuses now, literally. Think about what's happened. He's 15, 16 years old. He wasn't an expert at anything before this. This guy barely even graduated high school. I think you're in like 9th or 10th grade. I believe in the US, I'm not too sure how the grading system, the year system works. But over in the UK, like this guy's probably not even got GCSEs, which is the exams you take to basically make you a functioning normal human being that everybody has. So how can he be an expert in anything? So for all those thinking that you need to be an expert or you need to have a business that's doing more than 50K a month to be a friggin' build a personal brand or become what you call an information synthesizer, it's absolutely BS. This guy's making videos in his bedroom on a phone with no microphone set up, without a shirt on. Without a shirt on. And you're still making excuses about, oh, you need this camera, you need this microphone, you need this thing, or I'm gonna wait until my business is more successful before I create videos. Absolutely BS. This guy's doing it without a shirt. And again, like I said, for anybody out there, so let's say 2 years down the line, that calls this kid a scam, I'm absolutely gonna get on your ass. Pause. And the reason for that is because this guy literally has gone out there, learned a skill, displayed that skill, grew an audience around that particular skill, and now he has a Discord community talking about cold calling mastery. You see, he deserves it. The reason why is because he's done the legwork. Unlike most people that sit around watching Pornhub, doing nothing with their lives, they'll look in on this and be like, oh my God, he's selling courses. Why is he not allowed to sell a course on cold calling? Why not? Cold calling is literally changing his life right now. He has good scripts. He knows how to handle objections. He's gone out there and taught himself this skill. So you can't just look in on this and be like, oh my God, this guy's a scam if he sells a course. Are you insane? So Geronimo, honestly, just want to give you a huge shout out to you, my bro. You're an absolute genius. And again, for anybody watching this, no, I am not affiliated with this guy in any way, shape or form. Just literally saw him in my algorithm, clicked on the video, and I said, this is genius. He's killing like, technically he's killing 2 birds in 1 stone, but technically he's killing like 68,000 birds with 1 stone. He's doing 1 cold call, which is growing his business and landing in meetings, but at the same time, he's growing his personal brand, all with 1 action. How genius is that? He's killing 2 birds with 1 stone, which is technically landing him 68,000 pieces of business, if you think about it. He's landing a meeting, but he's also growing his personal brand and growing his group. That's what you call smart thinking. That's how you build businesses in 2024. I'm gonna give you one more example of a kid that does this. And again, he's 15 years old before he actually even has a high school diploma, right? This is when he started his channel. This guy is called Udoka. I'll throw him somewhere on the screen. This guy makes videos, right? And he started making videos by sitting down in his bedroom with an iPhone, recording himself, revising, and being productive and studying for his school exam. And again, these are GCSEs, which I believe are the equivalent of taking like a high school diploma, like passing high school. So this guy starts his YouTube channel in 9th, maybe 10th grade. And again, notice what he's doing. He's revising So he's actually learning, but then he's also recording himself doing that action. So he's killing two birds in one stone. He's revising and learning whilst also growing his brand by talking about what he's revising and how he's chunking his time and being productive. So now what's ended up happening is this guy is starting to grow a massive audience. And if you actually take a look at some of his channel analytics on YouTube, some of the videos he's posted is getting like 600, 700,000 views. Absolutely insane. I believe his channel has around 6 million views in total, which is like the entire population of Wisconsin, the state of Wisconsin. Do you know how crazy that is? Just to sit in a bedroom talking about how to revise and how to be productive. This is what I mean when I say information synthesis and an information synthesizer business. These two 15-year-olds will probably go on to make more than doctors, more than lawyers, more than friggin' brain surgeons, simply due to learning skills through experience, books, podcasts, YouTube videos, picking up an iPhone, which they probably got from their parent, and then they've documented themselves and talked about and synthesized down and distilled that knowledge into videos where they're documenting themselves using those skills in order to get results for themselves, which in turn grows them an audience and builds their influence around those particular skills. And now, for example, Udoka is known for the productivity guy. I'm pretty sure if he wants to monetize his YouTube channel at any time, any place, he will make a lot of money. All he would need to do is open maybe a study group at like $50 a month. And I'm telling you, students will find $50 a month to jump in Udoka's study group that he could basically host on something like school.com. The reason for that is because these kids these days at like 15, 16 years old are spending probably way more than that on Fortnite. They're literally spending that amount of money per month on video games, on skins, on V-Bucks. So in order to better their lives, I'm pretty sure if a 15 or 16-year-old, I know I would, if I was a parent to a 15, 16-year-old, and they came to me, said, look at this guy, Dad, I want to get into his study group. It's $50 a month, but it's gonna be an accountability group. He's gonna teach me how to study well. He's gonna teach me how to get better grades. He did it himself, and this is his YouTube channel. I'm telling you right now, if a 15-year-old walks into their parents' room and they say, Dad, I need $50 a month to be in a study group so I can get better grades at school, that is like a parent's dream. I would be sold instantly. I would pull out my credit card straight away and put that into any machine that's talking about studying. Do you know how welcoming of a change that would be for a parent to hear their kid walk into their bedroom and say, Dad, I want to join a study group. Mom, I want to join a study group. It's $50 a month, but it will help me revise. There's revision sessions, there's resources I can use, there's productivity tips, and all of this is gonna allow me to get better grades in school. If a parent hears that's like, they'd probably check their temperature and be like, yo, are you all right, son? Is something going, is this a prank? This sounds way too good to be true. Like, are you actually trying to study? What's going on? You're trying to buy more Fortnite stuff, aren't you? They'd probably think something like that. And then when they see it's legit, this guy's got a study group, they'd be like, yeah, I'm sold. For somebody like Geronimo, he could do something similar. Maybe open up a paid group on school, charge $50 a month to allow people to come in. Get 100 people a month, 200 people a month, 300 people a month. Start growing slowly. Maybe even start with just 10 people a month, 30 people a month, 40 people a month, if those numbers sound too high. But Geronimo, honestly, keep doing what you're doing. If you're watching this, absolutely killing it. And like I said, guys, if you're watching this is how you do it. This is how you become an information synthesizer. You learn difficult and complex skills from all over. You gather those skills and you synthesize down the things that work versus the things that don't work. You remove the things that don't work. You then document yourself leveraging the skills that actually work, and you put them together in your own way of doing things. Just like how I did. I went out there and built a marketing agency, but the way how I did it was very different. I had to go teach myself Upwork. One was from a mentor, from YouTube videos, from podcasts, from other people outside the industry. But I brought that expertise into the industry. Then I taught myself cold emails, again, from programs, books, all over the place. I disregarded all this information. I had to filter through all this information until I found a system that worked. And I put those two systems together and I called it the hybrid system. I made hundreds of thousands of dollars from that, from my very first program. And I had 5,000 subscribers on YouTube when I released that program. You know, over time, obviously. But I had 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. I wasn't internet famous. I think my Instagram was around 5,000 followers, maybe 6,000. I had 5,000 subscribers exactly, about 5,800 subscribers on my YouTube channel when I released my first ever digital product. And it went on to make me probably 300, 400 grand, hundreds of thousands of dollars from my first program. And no, it's not because I'm selling courses. It's because I'm distilling and filtering through scattered information that's all over the place that you don't know where to go. Everybody's running around like a headless chicken. If you can help them and stop them from running around like a headless chicken, put all that information into a nice step-by-step system that you've created, put your own twist on it, your own expertise on it, and then sell that back as a solution that helps people go from point A to point B, which is their current situation to their desired situation, you will make money. This is how to make money in 2024. Iman Gaji's done it, Jordan Welsh has done it, Hamza's done it. Look at everybody you look up to. What they are at the brass tacks of things, they are information synthesizers. They go out there and try a whole bunch of shit, figure out what works to what doesn't work. They then tell you what works and display to you what works versus what doesn't work. Once they've done that, they then end up putting together maybe a coaching program, maybe a service behind that, or maybe a digital product. Eventually they move into digital products because the method of delivery, this is the point, the method of delivery is more scalable. Imagine trying to teach people one-to-one how to do cold calls and you get stuck at that forever. It's not scalable. You're teaching 10 different people the same thing over and over again on a 1-hour call. That's 10 hours of your time. Whereas if you record a program that might take you, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks, 4 months, however long it takes you, but it's the same information you'd give to somebody one-to-one. It's the same information, it's just the service delivery model, the delivery of the information is different and it's much more scalable. So the next time you think about calling somebody a scam, just ask yourself this. Is it because I've got no skills? Is it because you've got no audience? Is it because you can't do this yourself? Is it because you're lazy? Is it because you see all these other dudes displaying skills that you think is easy and you've got what you call Dunning-Kruger effect? Think about it for a second. How can you call a 15-year-old a scam? For learning a skill, figuring out what works from what doesn't, growing an audience around that and actually being authentic, and then he wants to maybe in the future release a program on that or at least help people. That's more of a business than running an agency and pretending you know how to do Facebook ads. I'm gonna repeat that. That is more of a business and it will create more of an impact and more of a positivity on humanity and civilization, and he will put in a more of a dent in the universe doing that than actually trying to pretend to know Facebook ads for businesses. Anyway, for those that want to learn more about this particular business model, click this link here on the screen or go to the link in the description and go and watch that particular video. It will change the way you look at business, learning skills, documenting your skills and putting yourself out there. You have to. Believe me, you'll thank me. Geronimo, if you're watching this, drop me a DM. You're a genius, mate. Continue to do what you're doing. Peace.